And welcome back to Education Foundation. So in this class, we'll be looking at the topic called the stiffness of an elastic material. So now, what is the stiffness of an elastic material or the stiffness of a material? So take down, the stiffness of a material is the ability of such material to resist deformation in response to an applied force. The stiffness of a material quantifies the relationship between the force exerted on the material and the resulting deformation. From the two statements that I've made, we can now derive an equation. F is equals to K delta L. Remember that I said that the stiffness of a material quantifies the relationship between the force exerted on the material and the resulting deformation of the material. So that is why the expression as this. The F symbol here represents the force, as we all know. The K here represents the stiffness of the material, and delta L here represents the change in length of the material. So let's take note of some following important points regarding the stiffness of an elastic material. Note the following points. Down, the net stiffness of individual material is usually defined relative to whether they are interacting in series or parallel. So that's point number one. So then our second point is that when different materials with individual stiffnesses interact in parallel, their net stiffness is defined using the formula. So in other words, their net stiffness, which is represented by K net, that's K net, will then be equals to K1 plus K2 plus K3 Kn. K1 to Kn represent the individual stiffnesses of each material. So now let's take note of the third point. Remember this point number 2. So then point number 3 states that when different materials with individual stiffnesses interact in series, their net stiffness is defined using the formula 1 all over K net will then be equals to 1 all over K1 plus 1 all over K2 plus 1 all over K3 till 1 all over Kn. So here K1, K2, K3 to Kn represent the individual stiffness of each material. So now that I've taken note of the following points, in our next video we'll be looking at some sample problems relating to the stiffness of a material or the stiffness of an elastic material. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.